Hello, ladies and germs, and welcome back to the Brokerock server. So, we've got a lot to talk about today. First, oh my god, the caves and the cliff update. Oh, can't wait. Anyway, so I do apologise for this episode and why it has taken so long to get out. It's due to today's project took a lot longer than I was expecting, and getting the resources took a lot longer, but you'll understand why. And since while we've been gone, somebody broke into my vault. Yes, somebody finally cracked the code, and fair play to them. They did it without cheating. I have to give them that. So we'll just pop in the code. As you can see, door opens and there is the sign. And it was Madragoric. See, the vault itself wasn't actually the hard challenge. I will explain the combination lock in a moment. Just give me a second. I'm going to go up to the top. The hard part, I would say, would have been this section, because the way I have it set up now, like, I can click this as many times as I want and this will open and close, but it also serves as a second system. So if I place and remove it as quickly as possible, then press this, press this, and then that as well, that should open. Aha! See, look, it works. The reason I haven't got the blocks there is because someone's now cracked it. Because Void would normally crack this type of thing. Unfortunately, he has come into some issues, so unfortunately he can't jump on the server and do it. But Madragoric, very well done, because there is no visible signs at all that or that indicates, or these. I do like the fact that he tried this. I was going to put a failsafe in that if somebody got 1, 2, 3 and 4, that you'd have to come and put this in a certain position as well, but I thought that was a bit overkill, to be honest. And that is also the same combination lock that is down the bottom here. It's just using a lot of different redstone components to get the timings and everything. So if I just pop into here, so here is the combination lock. Hello, Johnny. I name you later. So here is the combination lock. Each one of these torches is hooked up to a redstone line. Each one runs into a line of torches and repeaters, but underneath is where the magic happens. So here, because I want a 2 on the first line, I've got number 2 here, and this is the first line, so 2 is ready and set. Oh, sorry, this is the last line. The last line, sorry, you go from top to bottom. Gets a bit confusing, yeah. It might be easier if I just show you what's going on here. So, let me just press any button to just reset the system. So, as you can see, all torches except for, I think, that last... Nope. See, all torches on there are off. Let me just give you a better idea. So, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one are your actual codes. Or at least your inputs. Now, as I press each one, the redstone, of course, goes down the line. It will find its gap, and as it finds the gap, it then sends that redstone pulse over. So that now I can now go ahead and press the next one, which is a 5. And as you can see, the second torch is now lit. I can now press 5 again. And as you can see, that one is now lit. If I press 7, that one now lights. I don't know why those two actually come on together. Might be because they're the same number. I press 7, so 2. And of course that last one comes on, which then turns that redstone dust on, which sends the power over to the door, as you can see. Now, if you are putting the code in and you press any button that isn't the code, even if it's in the wrong order, the whole system will reset. So let me just quickly put in, say, half the code. And just check that third one's lit. Okay, so now I'm going to go and press 4. And you'll see everything lights and it gets reset. Now, what's actually going on over there is, if I show you. So, as the numbers go from each one of these. So, this is the first number, which is 2. So, it comes down the line. It's been triggered. Turns this torch on. And then it comes across like so. Which it then inverts this torch. Turns that off. That then unpowers to turn that torch on, which then hard powers this line. Now you're probably like, well, what does that do? This is actually I think it's a triple AND gate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a triple... No, not an AND gate, it's an XOR gate, because it's either on or off. There's no in between. Yeah. That's exactly what's going on. And then, of course, because this one here is then powered, it's then allowing this one to be triggered. But if you press a wrong one and it goes all the way to the end, because each one of these will light, and if the torch over here hasn't already been turned on, then it will reset. If this torch is on, it stops everything else from being reset. I hope to God that made sense, because I explained it and it didn't make any sense to me. But anyway, so I've had to do a lot of AFKing for today's project, and finally it now does work. And it is actually technically done. I'm not going to show it you yet. I'm going to show you the time lapse. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about a funny story. Because recently, Farming Simulator 17 has become available on the Xbox store. As long as you've got Xbox Game Pass. And I've got the Ultimate Pass, which means I can get it on the phone, my computer, my laptop, and my Xbox, which means I'm playing Farming Simulator. It's pretty boring, actually, as far as making content on it goes, but it's a relaxing game. But it actually got me thinking about something that happened to me several years ago when I was learning to ride a bike, and it was purely because I passed a bike leaning up against the thing. I thought about this. So I will tell you that story during the time lapse. But please go over to Madragoric. I think that's how you say his name. I'll leave a link in the description anyway, and also a card up top. Go and check it out. He did not cheat. I'm not 100% sure about up top because he did cut away, but I will give him the benefit of the doubt for that. Anyway, without further ado, run that time lapse. This is going to get messy. So, like I just said, I'm going to tell you a funny story. Now, in the summer holidays, I used to go to my grandparents, and they lived on a farm. My granddad was actually the gamekeeper, so he'd be running around after the chickens and stuff. Do you know how hard it is to catch a chicken in a 4x6 pen? Really hard. Especially if they get out of the pen. You could be chasing them all day. But that's a story for another day. So, there I am. About 8 years old. Haven't quite figured out how to learn a bike yet. And my grandma has acquired a bike from one of the neighbours. Their grandson is too big for it, so they've given it to my grandma so that I can learn how to ride a bike. So they lived in this huge old cottage on the corner, but over the road behind the sheds was a few houses, and the road went up to like a dead end onto a field. And just there they had a pheasant pen, and it was a nice hill, and me and Grandma were taking the bike up there, and I was getting on the bike and just rolling down this hill and round the corner, purely so that I could learn how to balance on a bike rather than worry about pedaling straight away, because it was balance that I was having a problem with, and my grandma being from a generation of the stabilizers. No, you don't need stabilizers, just get back on the bike. So you can, yeah, you fall over, get up, you ain't hurt. My arm's fallen off. Nah, don't worry about it, I'll glue back on. So anyway, there I am. It's a lovely day, and because it's summer, the pheasants are, well, the pheasant pen is open, but this pheasant pen has an electrical wire going around the bottom of it, and you can barely see this wire, but it is there, and you can hear the electrical box. Now in the summer they do have it turned on so that the foxes and stuff don't get to the pheasants, and so the pheasants can't cause too much mischief, but they do. They've got one on the inside and on the outside. So anyway, there I am, and I've been doing it several times that day, and I've got to the top of this hill, and I'm just about to get on the bike, and I just like completely did not notice it myself personally. There was a car reversing down the hill, so 8-year-old me panicked while trying to get on this bike and lost control of the bike. I must have hopped about 10 steps with one leg hanging on the bike before I actually let it go and it crashed into this chain link fence that's on this pheasant pen. My grandma, thinking the worst, starts walking up and going, "You're alright?" And I'm going, "The bike's stuck on the fence." "Well, get it then." I'm going, "But the electric wire, it's not on. It's not that time of year. It's not on." I can hear the electric box buzzing. Now, I don't know about any of you, but do you remember the old time TVs that you used to turn on, and definitely as a kid you would hear this in your ears for like 10 minutes until it warmed up. Yeah. So I can hear this buzzing. I'm going, "Grandma, the box is on." She's going, "No, it's not. Trust me, it's not on. I've lived here how many years? It's not on." "Grandma, the box is on." Anyway, probably a good couple of minutes arguing with my grandma that this box is on, and she's saying it's not. I went, fine. Now 8-year-old me, not thinking about electricity and not sticking my hands on the handlebar, the rubber handles or the seat, just grabs hold in an anger of the metal frame. I don't remember what happened from the moment I touched that bike to the moment I hit the floor. No, and I'm being absolutely serious about this. I don't. I touched that bike, and the next thing I know, I'm getting up using my elbows. Like, what happened? You're talking easily 2 lanes of a road I flew across and hit the floor. I don't remember those 10 seconds. I just remember waking up the other side of the road with my grandma running up the hill going, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I don't know. Well, of course, 8-year-old me, sarky 8-year-old me, and I didn't get any better with age, trust me, turned round and went, "I told you the power was on." Well, unfortunately for me, I have very curly hair. So this bolt of electricity has gone through me and now given me an afro. So not only do I look extremely pale, got an afro, and don't remember the last 10 seconds, my grandma's going, it's not right, that shouldn't be on, shouldn't be on. Anyway, I now have to wait for my granddad to get back to try and retrieve this bike off this pheasant pen. So I start feeling a bit better and perking up. And when he comes back from work, he goes, so how was bike riding lessons? And I turned around and went, it was shocking. And he went, what do you mean? I went, no, really, it was shocking. My bike's stuck on the electrical fence and Grandma told me to get it. And he then proceeds to start rolling around the floor laughing. Because he's then gone, shocking hair. Oh. And in his most serious voice, as he's like composed himself, he's had a fag, he's had a beer, and he's composed himself, and he's gone, that was really, really silly. This is to his wife, my grandma. That was really dangerous. You could have killed him. Anyway, me and him trot over to this pheasant pen, with him with his rubber gloves on, and he takes it off the wire, and mind you, this like was really stuck in there. Like I got the handlebar stuck through the actual chain link fence. I got the pedal stuck under the electric wire, and then the front wheel was over the electric wire towards the pheasant pen, actually to the chain link fence. So you can imagine that like trying to get this out was no easy feat. There's me stood the other side of the road on the field going, I ain't going near you. Not a chance. Anyway, my grandma went, whatever you do, don't tell your mother. Well, I'm 8. Naturally, I'm going to go and tell my mum. Oh my days. The argument then ensued, like, you tried to what did you think you were going to do? Electrotherapy on him? Oh, it still makes me laugh to this day. Oh, but like generally, I don't think I've been the same since. Something was definitely fried that day, and I don't just mean me. I think a brain cell or two got fried. Oh, it was funny. Admittedly, next day I was straight back on the bike because Grandma was like, I don't care, you're straight back on that bike. And it was just, it's one of those memories that will stick in my mind forever. Unfortunately, the 10 seconds between me touching the bike and the floor, I don't remember, so there's something amiss there. There's 10 seconds of my life I'm never getting back. But yeah, I've got some great little stories like this. Let me know if you enjoyed this. If you did, then please let me know in the comments. Hit that like button. It'd be fantastic to hear if you guys have got any funny stories that like you're just like, that should not have happened, for God's sake. Anyway guys, I will see you back in the real-time world. So, that is all the time I have for today. Please let me know if you would like to see me create a tutorial for the combination lock. I thought I'd give you a ride just before I went through the tunnel so you can actually see the finished product, because I don't think that I did it during the video, but I will just mention, don't stare at the screen too long. It gets really trippy after a while. But yeah, the reason that I made this, if you notice that it is actually the colours of the NHS, and the reason is because the NHS has done such a fantastic job And now I know it gets a lot of stick off people, but at the end of the day, these people did not sign up for this pandemic. They were literally thrown in the deep end. They had no idea what they are doing as far as how to stop this virus from spreading and causing more harm. And these are people with families and kids that have had to not go home and see their kids for 6 months because they're worried about giving their child COVID. So please, please, I would like you all to give your love and support to any NHS workers that you know, or even for people abroad and your medical experts and stuff. Give them some love. If you know of an NHS worker and you would like them to be immortalised for eternity, then please let me know. I will put their name down this tunnel. It's why actually that I made the tunnel purely for this. But guys, I now currently have my first tunnel done. Yes, I know, it's made out of wool. One of these days I'm going to come back and there's going to be nothing left. I can see it happening. Anyway, ladies and germs, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, then please hit that like button. If you've really enjoyed it, then don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. Tutorials are currently on hold due to my own fault, not backlogging enough videos. But don't worry, I will get to it very, very soon. Is there anybody about? No? Oh, okay, fine. So, without further ado, I'm gonna love and leave you. So, if you have enjoyed this episode, then please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get updates when I post a video. Anyway, ladies and germs, unfortunately that is all the time I have for today. I've been Joker, and I'll see you in a mini money mo. Ta-ta for now.